Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of, well, let me me double check to make sure stream is live.
Yeah, it is. I hear it.
Yeah, and I can hear it because the past couple of times we've been having issues involving streams not having audio. Somebody needs to fire the audio engineer.
Who's the audio engineer?
Just pointed to myself.
No.
Probably is a
We'll
good
just
idea.
outsource the job.
Yeah, outsource it to someone who gets paid less than me.
Yes. Wait, does that mean that they pay us to do the audio stuff?
That's what it... no, you would have to pay us to do the audio, to do our audio. But that being said,
Inquire
it's
within.
been a couple of weeks. Let me just rehash real quick exactly what's been going on. So, you guys got paid. I believe you guys got paid out like 75 gold a person. You
Yes.
leveled up. So now you're level 2 instead of level 1. And I think the only bad things that happened are, well, a 5-story building did burn down in the middle of town. There was TNT that did in fact go off in the basement. But I mean, any landing you can walk away from, right? I'm gonna take this off. All right. Let's see if I remember right. Oh, turn off the new music. We'll turn on some evening time stuff. That stuff right there. I'm going to start with Sanel, actually.
Hold on.
Beautiful.
Old character hat on.
Does this mean they're... You know what? Actually, I don't want to dig into the implications of what that hat means.
Nor should you.
So, Sanel, you're sitting in your office. Sunset, the last couple of rays are leaking through your large, full room window facing the bay. You're probably at the estate, working on some papers for the next day. On the table, it's a mess of documents, documents, papers, forms, and the like, including one paper, today's paper. It's still technically the second, sitting in front of you about the recent changes made regarding labor.
Hell yeah. You know, as a businessman, I gotta get behind that because tiny hands can reach tiny cogs and machinery. And children charge less than gnomes.
And it was in that moment that the DM knew he fucked up.
I don't think Sinel would actually use child labor because that's bad optics.
Bad optics. Fair enough. But you receive a knock at the door. Now, does your desk face away or towards the window?
Towards it faces away from the window towards the door.
Towards the door.
But at the knock at the door, you know, Maddie and Sadie probably get up and go toddle over to open the door together while Sinel just waits. Still writing away every now and then, reaching over towards another tiny contraption, which is a walking inkwell.
Perfect. A walking inkwell.
So if it ever needs to refill, it can go over and has little tiny hands. It can do the whole ink making process itself.
Creator, what is my purpose?
You make ink.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
But Maddie and Sadie go over. These nice oak double doors that you've got, they open up either side. And stepping through is Eris. It's still unusual seeing her out of armor and in civilian clothes. She's in she's in traveler's gear, still flecked with mud from the long road. She steps in and hangs up her coat at the coat rack besides. You're working late. I was just going to leave this report on your desk.
Business never sleeps. Not even looking up from the papers.
Right. Except you're not business, she says, walking across the room, taking a spot on one of the chairs on the other side of the desk. You're not business, you're a person. You have to sleep eventually.
Such is the failings of the businessman. Saying with whether or not it's a smile or just a thinning of the lips is hard to tell.
Sinel, do you remember what your most frequent acquisition was titled? It was a mine. I'm digging for it. I just...
I do not, unless it's in potentially... That's all the town.
Let's see.
I don't think it is.
Okay, that is more than fine. I can pull up Dateloff Industries here. Oh, by the way, everybody, if you would direct your attention to the journal tab, there's a new book. There's a There's a big book of locations.
Yes.
And lined up according to each district, there is a list of businesses and a short overview of each district. So if you're curious where to find things, what you can find in each district, there you go. And I will be adding on to more of those. So just not definitive by any means.
What district is Dateloff Quarter in?
So the Dateloff Estate is technically a memorial park. You can find that on the game if you go to the district map.
Mm-hmm.
On the district map, there should be...
Oh, we can go to these screens. Fancy.
Yes. At the top, there are like 4 different maps, guys. You can go and view any one of them at your discretion when eventually things load.
Yeah.
But
not the estate, the manufactory.
So the manufactory is going to be in Raven Quarter.
Okay.
I think we picked a spot for it down on the southern tip of the bay.
Yeah. Military shipyards, civilian shipyards, R&D.
Gotta love. All right.
It's probably
map.
the machining one.
Aaron, why did you put a rainbow on my screen? I'll have you know.
Dizzying colors.
Yeah, I'll have you
Get
know that
blinded.
those aren't allowed here. They're mandated. So, just making sure.
By the way,
Anyway.
look at that critical fit. If you crit fail at dizzying colors, you are screwed for a minute. You are stunned
If
for
you
one
fail.
round and then blinded for a minute if you critically fail.
Let's see here. Did I? Yep, I didn't. I would need to go find it. Okay. But that's okay. She'll go. Well, oh, yeah, now that it's up. Yeah, Memorial Park. It is, I believe,
I think it's
this
this
one right
one.
there. Yep. And on the
Yeah.
detail map, it's actually outlined. But, so, as you can tell, I'm back. Inspection of the mines went well. For what it is, it's shipshape. Honestly, fewer complaints than I thought I would have. There are some issues involving black lung and whatnot, but with the new guidelines I've laid out, hopefully they get that sorted.
Do you have the fiscal point for all these guidelines? Meanwhile, at the mention of acquiring these mines, Maddie and Sadie, who are much bigger than they used to be, they are probably actually now small-sized creatures. They are Flanagan-sized, we'll say.
They're dogs. They're basically, yep.
They're
DOG
basically
sized.
big spider dog things, but they walk over and high five each other's little leg arms, and both together say, "We're rich."
But no. So, what did you have to say about her?
Basically,
Comments?
what is the fiscal point on the? Basically, business talk for how much is this going to cost me, but saying it in a nice
the
way.
new guidelines she put out
Yeah.
for. Well, as we covered before I left, until you invent machines that do all of this work with none of the complaints, the best way to keep that mine in operation is to keep your workers happy. Think of it like a fixed cost, the cost of doing business.
He just nods and continues to work and is like, "Yes."
But, as we discussed last time, this means that Dateloff Industries is at an 80% monopoly of coal and iron in the city.
What
The
time of
only
year?
What's that?
What time
January.
of year is it? January is like.
You have
Good.
to remember this is California.
It's not one of those. Good. As soon as winter rolls around, I shall feel it as I charge double for coal.
No. No, not that bad. But no. So, looking at it, they have one coal vein, 2 iron veins. One of the iron veins is almost tapped. The other one is brand new. That's why they had just finished digging it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. As I said, I believe the only mines that supply iron to the city, other than the 3 we own, are the singular mine directly owned by Ravencroft.
Ravencroft.
Also, as you instructed, I've suspended the deals that the mine currently had with all buyers until we can go through and renegotiate those contracts.
How have the buyers taken to this detraction? I don't want to have them all flocking over to Ravencroft unless it in some way overtaxes their shoddy logistical works.
Well, considering the biggest contract we suspended was Ravencroft, probably a little bit bigger of a deal than you thought.
If Ravencroft is having to tap into their own supply, that only means that it hurricanes their downwind profits. Excellent.
And she pulls out a big folder. She puts it on your desk. These are all of the current buyers for the mine, us included. I'm assuming you're probably going to want to look through each of them. The smaller businesses, I have a feeling you're not going to spend too much time on there. But, as I said, Beaumont, Grey, and Greymore and Ravencroft are all buyers from this mine. You may want to have a look at those, because they worked themselves out of hell of a deal when the mine was in independent hands.
Yes, well, they'll be finding that working with me is worse than working with whatever infernals from hell they worked with for the last one.
Oh, and even better, these contracts are month to month. We managed to suspend it at the end of December.
It must be hurting their current endeavors. I wonder if they're willing to go on a bi-monthly or bi-weekly basis.
Would be an interesting question for sure. Now, I have a small question myself. Were you involved with these talks with Parliament? As I noticed today when I got back that there was a new law that had been written into...
Child labor is against
Yes.
my current understanding of the workforce. It's bad optics. Children work too hard, they make themselves sick, they grow up into poor consumers. Is
Fair
the
enough.
least charitable way that I could put that. There is obviously, of course, the why would I risk my life and skin to bring back so many people if I was merely going to throw their children under the proverbial bus? I'm not
This is-
quite to the point where I have Parliament's ear completely, but taps at the thing with all the deals. That can change.
Understood. Oh, I've heard whispers. There's somebody looking for you.
Oh, joy. Who?
Didn't get a name. I'll get on it now that I'm back in town. But apparently they have a business offer of some sort.
An upstart or someone established?
They sound small time. I wasn't able to get much information on them. They sound new to town.
New to town, seeking out me for what exactly?
Like I said, I don't know, but when I find out, I'll let you know.
Whenever you do speak to them, have them know that my time is even more precious than the iron still in the ground.
Will do, boss. And with that, she gets up without a word.
Take Maddie with you.
Oh. Well, I suppose it'll be just like old times then, right, Maddie?
Mushroom.
One of these days I'll figure out what you're saying. And she turns and walks out the door, shutting it softly behind her.
As Maddie's turns to leave, she stops, looks at Sadie, and says,
I'm leaving soon. Goodbye.
and they do a little back and forth, clap their little robot pincer hands together, dip and bows to one another, and then Maddie toddles off as Sadie toddles over and settles right next to a wastebasket she's about the size of.
Great. Can I? This is coming from the DM. Snell scares me.
Snell got money now, and Snell realized you don't need a snake nerd cult to have power. You need money.
We'll see where that ends us. Lands us, I suppose, right?
We'll see where that ends us. I mean, you said it, not me.
We're gonna cut to. Well, let's cut to Lotus for a minute. Not Junie, Lotus.
Hello.
My
She
wives.
does it. My wives. Yes. Hello.
Lotus,
Yes.
are you at the coffee shop or are you at home? Where are you signing these papers?
Which paper are you signing?
Oh, to buy Bayside Coffee House.
Oh, fuck. Oh, we're at the coffee shop. We are at the coffee shop. I'm excited. I got some wives around. Maybe. Hopefully. Do I? It was. It's a big deal.
Let's see.
Maybe,
Sachiko and Deidre are there.
hopefully.
Gwen, I think, has work. At least this time.
Yeah.
Gwen's got work.
Right. I get to keep her this time. This is great. Oh, killer.
It only took 2 years.
It only took 2 years. It's fine. It's okay. We fixed it. Yeah. She's signing papers. Who's with her business wise? Like, Deidre and Sachi are around, but like, who's she signing these papers with?
Oh, who are you buying it from?
Right.
So, this coffee house is being bought. Long story short, they're not there. Their secretary is.
Mm-hmm.
This coffee house was owned by someone who had passed away.
Mm.
And the person who ended up inheriting it didn't want it. So the secretary, graying older lady, it's just sign here, here, here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Done.
And
She signs all the paperwork. Dots
that
her eyes
one
with
last-
little stars.
oh, that's cool. And as
I don't
you-
think she
one
has-
last-
She has no eyes in her name.
but she still
Oh,
dotted
never
it. But she still put stars over the
Yeah.
O's.
Right. Right.
Moon, moon garden. But with one last flick of the pen.
Mhm.
All right, that's everything. Congratulations. And out of
Thank
her
you.
jacket pocket comes the keys.
Thank you. 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 Very excited. Thank you. Very excited.
Hands you the keys and all right, it's yours to do with as you please. She grabs her suitcase, begins to pack away her things.
Mm-hmm. What's it look like right now on the inside?
So this, I would call it Old Town chic. And anybody who's been to Kansas Old Town will know what I'm talking about. It's the interior. This is the bottom floor of an 8-story building. This
So I didn't buy the whole building, did I?
No, you just bought the coffee shop on the first floor.
Right. So I own the first floor, though.
Basically, yeah.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's got a medium-sized kitchen, front counter that specializes. Well, you've got coffee on the back row behind you, and then a display case for your pastries and whatnot.
Mhm, mhm,
It's
mhm.
kind of open seating. It's tables with booths lining the edges, bare brick walls, lightly decorated with an ocean theme, and then the front of the building is all glass, and then a sign out front.
Okay. Okay.
So,
she's-
have we thought on that name a little longer? It says
What is
Sachiko.
what is the name of this place right now?
Bayside Cafe. Are you okay?
Bayside Cafe. I don't
Yeah, I'm
know.
assuming it's because it Well, it's not close enough to a river to be a riverside cafe.
Is it right? Is it too on the nose to call it a Moon Garden Cafe? Are we gonna like push away all the clientele if we do that? Probably, right?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. Deidre goes, I don't actually know how much business even came through here beforehand.
That's okay. You know what? We'll workshop the name. I'm not too concerned. And Lotus is gonna start walking around the place and go, okay, well, we're gonna take those down. That's trash. We're gonna take those down, and we're probably gonna open up this space, put some more seating here. I'd like some booths over there, like nice, soft, fluffy seating. We need tapestries.
How about a second floor?
We need a second floor. How are we gonna get it? I didn't pay for a second floor.
Deidre goes, that's fine. I'll just make one.
You're my favorite. Did you know?
Just don't tell Sachiko that. I'm right here!
Right. I'm just kidding. And she loves her and tells her she's just kidding. Kidding. You touch your beautiful face. I think we should name it Moon Garden Cafe.
What about the Moon Garden?
What, that name's already taken.
Yeah, but it's not a business, right?
Used to be a business.
A business
I
in
don't know.
what?
Whorehouse, maybe.
Bitch, it was
Jesus.
not a whorehouse. It was an adventuring group. They LLC'd and everything. I don't know. I don't know
and
if
we
they pay
know
taxes.
Low level
it-
company.
Don't fucking hate. My shit's also an LLC.
Deidre goes, well, if they actually did buy rights to it, you could just see if they'd sell it to you. You are their oldest daughter.
Yeah, maybe.
You're also the successful one.
By
Hey.
accident.
Okay,
Accident.
no, not by accident. You just didn't fuck up, and then you let everybody else fall on their faces. Where's Sage? I haven't seen Sage in 3 months.
I don't know. Her
Basil's still stuck in that frozen wasteland he calls a hidey hole.
He likes it there. Like, I don't know
That
what to
doesn't
tell you.
mean it isn't a frozen wasteland.
Sure. We all have our weird quirks. I don't know.
I don't know what
Sage is
you're talking
probably
about.
out fucking
Weird
around.
quirks, my ass.
Who said that one?
Sachiko.
I pull her tail.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah, I think it might be too on the nose to call it the Moon Garden. It might.
Oh, but Moon
because
Garden Cafe is better, she says.
I
By the way,
don't
that
know if
hurt.
that's yeah, you're welcome. I don't know if that's any good, any better. I don't know. I just give me time. I'm unprepared. The person, Amy, is unprepared to answer this question. So we'll come back to it eventually. How about that?
How about Midnight Moon Garden? No, I don't like that one either.
No, because I don't want to stay up until midnight. I want to go to bed at some point. So
Who says? This place has employees, right?
oh right, yeah,
It's
I
their
don't have
day
to work it
off.
myself.
They'll
That's
just
true. Oh, I'm so excited.
You're
We
that
should
kind
bring
of
them all
wealthy
in.
now, Lotus.
What's that I have workers?
No, you don't have to work for yourself.
That is nice. Yeah, that's the fucking goal.
And by the way, if for some
there we
reason we end up, I don't know, a half billion gold in debt, we actually have the liquidity to pay it off.
Holy shit. Well, we're not gonna get into debt because debt's painful. We're gonna try to avoid the debt, I think.
Hey, Heartless Halo, thank you for the lurk.
So listen, I don't have a good name for this yet, but we'll get there. I want to call everybody in on their day off. Only for a minute, not forever. Can we get
You
everybody here in
wanna-
the next hour?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're gonna cut away for just a sec. We will come back to this.
Okay.
But
Wait,
I think
how
We're
many
gonna cut
people
to
do
Flanagan,
work there?
who's one of the employees.
Oh, fuck,
Oh,
do you
God.
work for me?
No, Flanagan's
No.
probably homeless on the street.
Oh, fuck, do you need a job?
Let's see. Let's see. You have
Come work for me. You have small hands to get into the
Let's
machinery.
2, 6, 8, I think. Oh, you guys do have journal tabs. If you guys want to write things down without losing it. But, with that, I think we're gonna cut to. Hey, Flanagan. Flanagan, what's the name of this adventurers guild you've opened up?
Oh,
He's done what now?
it's called the Devil's Teeth.
Hey,
What's
okay.
that?
That's pretty good. Okay.
Flanagan could not have thought of that. Grelka thought of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely Grilka did. Let's see, it's the second day of it's January 2nd. Are you guys open?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. How have things been going? How's business?
So Flanagan, I mean, like, his group knows that he's a little goofball, but society just knows that he was part of the Grinning Devils. It's like this prolific, like, group of adventurers. So I feel like he's doing, like, pretty all right. I don't think that he's struggling. I think that people know who the Grinning Devils are, and he probably skates by with his name. Grelka and I, we've been settling down. It's beautiful. I think we have some babies. Got a couple of babies.
I'm gonna say it's been 2 years. Yeah, I could see
Yeah.
that.
But they're just like babies. So
Mhm.
like we've got two kids, two little one is like 1.5, and the other one's like damn near like a newborn.
I was gonna say like 3 months, something like that.
Yeah.
Come over and see your baby.
And they're adorable. They're
Adorable.
beautiful. They're
Do they have
adorable
faces?
little babies. Flanagan doesn't do any big jobs anymore. He leaves that to the up and coming adventurers coming around, especially now that he's got kids. But he will like run out and like for like training, he might go out and do like some small stuff that's like local around the area. It's like oh, we've heard about some like a tiny like patch of pythons or whatever nearby. That's casual to him these days.
Man, remember when those TPK'd you guys?
Yes. Him and Diogi are going strong. Diogi's as beautiful as ever, still super hot.
Diogi actually hasn't aged
My
today.
bitch.
Hell yes. Diogi's a G. She's just keeping it real. No, but I
she's
think
a
things are going pretty
DOG.
well for Flanagan, but he's still a dork. And
Remind me what
Grelka
district-
definitely
we
helps
just-
him with the finances.
We decided you guys opened this in Memorial Park, right?
I think so, yeah. That feels
Okay.
right.
So you guys probably see when you guys first opened, you probably got some shit, and then
Yeah.
very quickly they realized, oh no, we don't fuck with we don't fuck with these guys.
How dare you? Oh, I know what you mean. Yes, yeah. Flanagan kicks ass. He's itty bitty. He's small but mighty. And yeah, I think like he just likes to train up and coming adventurers. He likes to set them on their path, get them going.
Gotcha. Today, let's see. Yeah, evening time. I think classes are done for the day. Most of your students have gone home.
There's tons of
probably got-
portraits of him everywhere.
of him and him
Yeah.
alone.
Just of him and a couple of Diogi, And then there's like one of his family that's like the biggest of all, but there's only one of his family, whereas there's like 30 of him just scattered around,
God.
just triumphantly standing on top of things.
Dead things.
Or are these different versions of famous real world paintings like Adam and God, except it's
But it's
Flanagan and Flanagan?
Flanagan and Dog.
You know what? I just realized something, and I'm not even gonna go bother to look. Halfling, half elf. Yeah, I'm not thinking about it.
He's a gnome.
So,
Are your
Oh, yeah, I
kids
have a
just
gnome.
gonna be
He's a
really
gnome.
oh,
tall?
you a gnome? Sorry, sorry, gnome, half elf. Yeah.
Yeah, my
He's a
kids
gnome.
probably
He's
get
a
to like
garden
they probably
gnome.
average at like 4 feet, 4.5 feet when they're full grown is probably where they'll
I-
be at.
I don't know. So anyway, you've got you've got Grelka hanging out behind the counter. You remember that mask that she'd, worn since the day you met her?
Yes.
You remember with a little bit of fondness that it is currently sitting up on the mantle behind the desk.
Grelka's
Grelka
the
has a
baddie.
face.
He's a baddie that Flanny always knew she was.
Yeah, actually, if you let's see, I could make a picture for Grelka, or you could make a picture for Grelka.
No, go for it. Grelka's
Okay.
your character.
All right, then I'll get you a photo of what Grelka looks like.
But Grelka's bad as hell. Flanagan's like, yeah, that's right.
You're
I'm the shit.
all right. I may have to hand that off to Daniel then.
Yeah.
because, my skills at generating things like that are a little lacking. Anyways, no. Yeah, she's sitting behind the counter doing the paperwork for the day. Your kids, well, let's see, 1.5. Almost old enough to get into trouble, but not quite.
Yeah, they're probably just like crawling.
Yeah, it's the crawling kind of trouble.
Little itty bitty. And they're really itty bitty.
But as you guys are hanging out, the door slams open.
Hello!
It's one of your students, Marietta.
What's up, Marietta? You get back from...
Hey, actually, what do you have them refer to you as? Just Flanagan?
The ladies can call me Flanny.
You're fucking married, dude.
No, but now it's an endearing turn. It's not like it's not like a hey ladies. Now it's just a fun.
I think from Marietta
It still
Rose,
is.
I think from Marietta Rose, it's just gonna be Flanagan. There's a there.
Yeah.
Did you hear the rumbling earlier? And the
What?
somebody blew up a building.
Yeah. Okay.
No, someone blew up a building literally three buildings down from you. Come on.
You start smelling the air. Dog.
Oh, yeah, it's no, it smells like smoke. Like
Okay. Is anybody
burnt-
like
wood smoke?
Okay. And I grab. I mean, I probably still have my sword because we've been training. So I just grabbed Dog. I'm like, let's go see if there's anybody to save. We gotta build the reputation, get names going. I mean, I am a badass. Marietta, you did the right thing. I am the best hero for this situation. Sit back, relax, watch a master at work. You're about to see why they call me the leader of the Grinning Devils. Let's go.
Okay. You take off out the door, and you see already a bucket brigade is forming from the bay all the way up to here. And yeah, no, you get outside, and oh yeah, big old smoke signal, and not a quarter block, not a block away from you, is this burning 5-story ex-warehouse.
Is Marietta still with me?
She's
You know
not
what?
paying attention to the fire, though.
This type of shit. Probably some fucking magic. Probably some fucking magic. Everybody just wants to be willy-nilly and shooting shit all over the place. Fucking Snell. You know what? Did you ever... you know Snell? This fucking guy. He was always just shooting shit off all the time. And you know what? Probably did this. I wouldn't put it past him. He's out here making all this crazy money, doing these weird things with his little gizmo fuck what's. You know what? Good old sword and shield. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's what I preach. That's what we do over at the Grinning fucking Devil's Teeth. I'm fucking flustered right now. That's how upset I am.
Jarvis talking Flanagan.
Okay,
What?
I'm gonna walk up.
I'm sorry. I got
What?
I thought I saw. You
What?
know what? It's not important.
No, stop it. What did you see? Just what? Probably fucking magic?
No, I thought I saw some people duck out of the alleyway just a minute ago.
Where?
Right next to the burning building.
Okay. Yeah, me and Dog are gonna dash. We want to get there.
You guys dash. You climb on top of Dog and dash. Now, you have to be honest with me.
Yeah.
Flanagan's softened a little
Yeah.
with his time
Yeah.
not on the road. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You
I think he's
probably-
still cool, but he's not like
It
he's
takes
training
you
like
right.
level ones all day.
It takes you a half a second to get up on Dog longer than it used to.
Yeah, I
you
I
realize-
use my springing spider leg and it like creaks a little. Oh, my knee. Fuck. Okay.
God. And you realize it's been a while since you've done this, especially without a saddle. So you have to hold on for dear life as Dog takes off towards the brigade.
My ass.
You pull up. Marietta's right behind you, but you guys pull up right to the brigade, and there's already a fire marshal that's directing traffic of water, and you feel another sensation underneath your feet as a rumble rips across the district once again.
Holy shit. Okay. What do you need? Is there anybody inside? Do we need rescue?
Fire marshal turns. You're talking to the marshal?
Yeah. Hi, Flanagan, leader of the Grinning Devils, owner of the Devil's Teeth, prolific adventurer, badass.
Yeah,
killed the
I've
devil.
heard of you. We've got it. We've got it. People inside the building. Look at the building again.
Yeah, it's on fire. Probably magic. You're welcome for that info. I need to go in there. Is there anybody in there that needs saved?
He turns and points at the front door. It is bellowing flames out the front of this door. You're not getting in there.
Says who?
No. All right. If you're not going to help with the brigade, I'm going to have to ask you to leave, sir.
Do you need help with the brigade? I'm strong as shit. I could probably carry like 6 of these buckets.
You know what? Small pint, if you want to help, go to the end of the line down by
Small pint. Are you out of your fucking mind? I'm just gonna turn around and try and grab as many buckets as I possibly can. Like,
You do that and run off towards the bay with buckets, leaving
Yes.
Marietta behind, not to stare at the fire, but to stare down the road.
Marietta, you see these motherfuckers? No one respects me. Everyone has a goddamn problem.
Yeah, mhm. You do that. She turns to Dog. Dog, did you? What am I saying? You're a dog. We're gonna cut away from there.
Hashtag offended. Dioge's more than just a dog.
Yeah, she's a hot lady.
Oh dear.
You know, you
We're still on
probably.
that.
Yeah.
Jail.
Jail. Believe it or not, straight to jail.
Y'all are just jealous that Flanagan gets a ride on a hot lady all the time.
Yikes.
Lotus is not jealous of this.
Lotus is
She's
like,
like,
that's
"Great,
like a
you have
casual
one, I have three."
afternoon.
She's like, even better, I've got them in
Jail.
3 different hairstyles. Up, down, or up, down.
LOL. LMAO.
What? That's why Lotus did it, right? The 3 different hairstyles here?
The intricacies of Lotus's mind.
You look like you want to... You look like you want to say something. No? Okay.
I'm giving up on you.
I'm sorry. I couldn't get to you. But speaking of Lotus, we're going to cut back to her one last time. It's been
Yeah.
It's been an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Your
hmm
employees have been pulled away from their evenings with their families and with their friends.
Wait, how late is it? I thought
It's
it was
like
middle
6
of the day.
o'clock.
Oh shit! I feel terrible. I didn't realize it was so late. That's okay.
It's all good.
I'll make it up to them.
They're pulled away from their friends and families.
Right.
And you've gathered them in your in your coffee shop.
Hello. Hi. I've been there a bunch, right? Like, I've
Mhm.
had
You know
coffee
each
there a
of them.
bunch, so I know them. So, who's the lead person?
Oh, that's Jeffries.
Jeff.
He's the day manager. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? You're gonna make me write this down too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I probably am. That's fine. So, I'm gonna see everybody and be like, "Hi, I'm really, really sorry to take you away from your families. I got really excited. There's a problem. Anyway, I bought the joint. So you know, you all still have jobs, and in fact, I would like to give you 25% raises, and if you're interested, and then I just need you guys to tell me what you need and how you think things would run better, and I would love to make this more of like a co-op than just me making all the decisions, because that doesn't work. If I'm in an echo chamber, then the shit doesn't work. So you know, you don't have to give me any grievances or ideas right now, because I know it's kind of late. I just wanted to say, hey, you know, hi, love you guys, you're my favorite. And do they know how to make Turkish coffee? This is Amy. Do they know how to make Turkish coffee?
They haven't sold it at the restaurant. At
Right,
the coffee
okay.
shop, no.
One like teeny tiny thing I want to do is I want to teach you all how to make Turkish coffee. We don't have to make it right now. We don't have to do anything right now. I just wanted to tell you hello. But you know, first thing tomorrow, if you guys could all like maybe pop in, I don't know, around noonish, if you feel like it. And
Does that mean we're closed tomorrow?
Yeah, is that okay with you?
Just clarifying.
Yeah. Just for the day while you work some shit out. And yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna change the name, by the way. Bayside Cafe is really boring, so we're gonna change it to the Blue Moon Coffee House. And it's we can lovingly refer to it as the Blue Moon, so
Not
it's
the
not such a
Lavender Moon?
mouthful. No, the Blue Moon.
Not
Does
the
it
purple
stand
moon?
alone? Without a song in its heart? Without a love of its own?
Does it?
Yes.
Does your coffee come
Yes, it
with an orange wheel?
No, it doesn't. I mean, I guess we could sell oranges.
Does it have
but,
like a lime undertone? Very
Is it lime?
wheaty.
I thought it was
Not citrus,
like
it's like orange citrus.
Yeah. No,
So-
everything always smells very citrusy in the shop. Yeah.
At the
Mm,
mention
interesting.
of changing the name, most people seem fine with it. You see, there's one young gal.
mhm,
You know, she's one of the baristas.
mhm,
Yeah, and
mhm.
she tries to hide it. She looks crestfallen.
Hi. What happened? What's wrong? What happened?
Are you gonna? No, that's just
Yeah.
That's just what.
That's just like that's what she's looking at. Just what happened? Why are we bad? What happened?
Oh, nothing, boss.
Don't do that. If we start this relationship lying to each other, we're not going to have a good relationship or a long one. So let's try again.
Wrecked.
Whoa. I just like the name. Coffee.
Huh, well, sucks
My
to be you.
goodness. Can you speak up, please? What's your name?
Thank you. You have to ask for names. You know what? Actually, I have a list. Hold on. I do have names
That's
of
okay.
these people. I
You
do
could
have names of
pretend
these
like
people.
you
Give me
gave
2
me names,
seconds.
and I'll take it later.
2 seconds.
Okay.
One Mississippi.
There.
2 Mississippi.
that.
Oh shit!
Her name is also Marietta.
There.
Is it
we go.
awesome? Everybody's Marietta.
Let's see here. Okay. She's like, my name's Miel. I just,
Meow.
yep.
Meow.
Mielle. I just
It
like,
is so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, boss. Sorry, I just,
You can call me Lotus. It's fine. Everybody can call me
Okay.
Lotus. It's fine.
Lotus, I guess I kind of like the name, Bayside Cafe, but no, it's fine.
Okay.
It's not a
What
big deal.
if? Sure. Understandable. What if we introduced like a throwback breakfast menu that's the Bayside Classic, and it's something simple like 2 eggs and bacon and I don't know, whatever the special has been that goes well here, because I want to change some stuff.
These nuts.
Mm-hmm.
You hear one guy go, well, it used to be the thing with hollandaise sauce, but you really don't want us to make that again.
Okay, we don't have to make that again.
Okay, just letting you know that was the special.
Okay. No, just
She's
we
like,
don't need
"It's-
the
don't you-"
special. Just what's
something
the
with
most
sorry.
favored dish? I guess. What's everybody get?
Jeffries goes, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll call it the Bayside Special, and that way the name lives on.
Sounds like a plan.
Let me write that down in my notes too.
All right, everybody. You heard the lady.
Oh. Yeah.
Gone for today. Stop in sometime tomorrow.
Like
And,
noonish. Let's shoot for noon tomorrow.
Shoot for noon tomorrow, and then
Mm-hmm.
come the day after. I'll get
Yes.
work schedule set up, and we'll be good to go. All right.
Okay, cool.
Everybody
Jeffries, can you
files.
stay back for just a little
Yep. He's already going behind the counter, grabbing
bit? Mm-hmm.
a couple things. Yep. Everybody
Right.
files out. And he goes,
Right.
Well, boss, had you mentioned something before the last time I gave you a coffee, I would have given it for you on the house.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work that way, does it? I don't need stuff. I actually do appreciate that because I would like to come in for coffee. That's mainly why I bought the place, was for the coffee.
You didn't buy it to make money?
Money's trivial. I can make more
let's-
money.
Well, that's good, because this place hasn't turned a profit as long as I've worked here.
That's okay. We're gonna change that too. So, let's talk about the menu. And I want to like sit down with him and start talking about the menu. And at some point during a lot of this, would have also like communicated with Deidre and Sachiko what I would like to see. And I'm sure because they still have that fucking brain connection, they see what I see, so they can start like working
Oh,
on
yeah.
that while I
You've
start
already-
going over the menu with him. So because I don't want to, it's a lot, and I don't need to break down all
Right.
that bullshit here.
No, you guys are basically
So-
15th level, so
Yeah.
all of these characters, Snell, Flanagan, Lotus, and the rest. So I think at that point, I would just say you can create a mental palace of the place you're looking for, and they just build it to that. Already,
Sure. I love that.
you've got Deidre working on the second floor.
Mm-hmm. I love
But,
everything about that. Yeah, so we could just if you want to like do a fade to black, it's
absolutely.
things are
I think
working
that's
and
a good
moving
point. This is a good point,
Cinderella
too.
style. Yeah,
Mhm.
and she's basically gonna teach Jeffries how to make Turkish coffee while we're
Sounds like a
here.
plan.
so
So-
yeah.
We're gonna cut over. So, our new players. We're going to go ahead and start with a Mr. Alex. Alex, it's like 6 in the afternoon. You've gotten paid. Where did you go afterwards?
Probably initially he would have gone. So he's got the adrenaline, so yeah, he's gonna go drinking.
He's going to go drinking. Okay. So, you have like, what is it, 2 or 3 different districts, I think, that have bars written out right now. What kind of dining experience, bar experience, are you looking for?
Just casual and light.
Okay. Let me rephrase. Are you going to drink on the island, or are you going to stay somewhere closer to home, like the moorings? Maybe you decide to go to Diamond District for something a little fancier. What's the play?
Is that one place we just helped? Are they back open, or are they still closed?
Hold on one second. Oh, okay. The one place you just helped. What, the liquor store? Memorial Liquor?
No,
Oh, the Anchor.
Anchor. I was like, it's not the Anvil.
Anchor's open. Would be open for you. There's nobody there right now. They weren't going to open until the next day because they still had some cleanup to do. But they made it apparent when you guys stepped back for them. Hey, no, we're open for you guys anytime.
I'll give them time to clean. Maybe not the Anchor.
Okay. If you're looking at the moorings, you've got some. Let's see. I'll just pull out the big book of locations and the businesses.
Business.
So you've got. Oh, I didn't put down any of these things. My bad.
The Albatross seems like a bar name.
So SB Beer Hall is a bar, and hold on, let me pull up my notes for that area. The moorings, where you be? Park, Market Square. The moorings. There you go. So, actually, so if you're looking for the best beer in Memorial Park, you've always known the place to go for that is the Sunken Sloop.
Yeah, that place.
You know, you're probably a familiar face in the Sunken Sloop, and you're walking towards the sloop. You've taken a ferry back to the moorings. The Sunken Sloop, true to its word, is a literal ship that has beached itself onto the shore, that has been converted into a pub. And you can see along the side of the ship, just underneath the name The Sloop, there was what used to be the ship's name. Kind of. It looks like it had been scratched out and rewritten so many times until eventually they just put a board over the top of all of those and just put one name. The ex-wife.
Ha! Yes! Sometimes you call it.
That one right there.
Sometimes you call it, people. Sometimes you call it. I love that.
But, there is a door built right into the side of this ship. And you walk in, you've got the low-hanging, smoky ceiling. It looks like the inside of a dank fishing trawler of some sort. Or not fishing trawler, but an old-time sailing vessel. Barrels instead of stools. They've turned ship's wheels into tables. And at the back, long bar. There's it's a casual experience for you right now. Not super lively. That crowd doesn't come in for another couple of hours. But you can see the regular bartender behind the bar, a lady that goes by the name of River Crestwood, which Actually, I have a picture of in the big book of people. I think I'll just go ahead and throw that up for chat for everybody to see. Show players. And
Looks a
show-
little young to be working in a bar, but she's also an
she's
elf,
probably
Elf, right?
yeah,
yeah,
or half
because-
elf.
She's at least 300 years old, 180. I don't know.
Only 180. You're going to elf jail.
I think for Pathfinder, it's coming of age is 100.
They physically mature at the same rate as
At
humans.
20. Yeah.
But they are not considered, at least in standard Pathfinder lore, I don't know how you do it, they're not considered adults in Elvish society until they have become forlorn. Meaning they have lived to see an entire generation of normal lived peoples live and die.
Which I think is roughly 100 years.
Roughly 100, you would call it.
Give or take. Yeah.
80 to 100.
But you know, what? Well, I will say with River, you do know. Yeah, she is fairly young to be running a bar, especially by herself. But that's because, well, her dad is not able to run the bar right now. That's where I'll leave that. But that being said, yeah. You head up to the bar to get a drink?
Yeah.
Okay. And, it's... Oh, Mr. Cooper. The usual.
Oh, you know it.
All right. One coming up. And, quickly, you've got a pint sitting in front of you. The ale here is... You would have to go to the Diamond District to find something better. But as far as the moorings go, this is the spot in town for ale. And like I said, for the moment, it's quiet. You've got a couple of people playing cards in the corner. You've got one guy that's smoking like a chimney in another corner. You swear you see him refill his pipe probably once every couple of minutes. You have no clue how he does it. And other regulars. All right, so you're in early. What's going on?
Just had a interesting day and ready to slam back a few beers, you know.
Interesting day, huh? Can't be more interesting than the people in Memorial Park. You hear what happened there?
He gets this knowing grin. He just gives her this smile that's very clearly essentially saying, like, yeah.
She's like, really? Yeah. You know, they're calling it a terrorist attack.
I mean, it could have been, but we made it a lot better, a lot less worse than it could have been.
We, huh? She leans on the bar. Okay, spill.
He totally spills it all.
He spills everything.
He's proud of this moment. The adrenaline's still in his blood. He's drinking a beer, and he's just like, yeah, we had this task to track down whoever beat up the people at the Anchor. Yeah, Anchor, and we found them, and looks like they were going to blow up the whole place, but unfortunately we weren't able to stop it all, but we were able to beat up some of the bad guys and stop the explosion from going any worse than it did. It was great.
Oh, so the explosion wasn't intentional, huh?
It would have been. I mean, the fire was already started when we got there, and they had a bunch of TNT down below. And we took care of it. Like heroes.
Like heroes. Good to know. Good to know. As she's like, just tell me when you need another. I'm gonna go check on some other people here. Goes next to the bar. 2 seats over from you, there's somebody sleeping. She smacks a rag on the table. Hey, if you're gonna sleep, you're gonna go somewhere else. Otherwise, you're taking up counter space. You got nobody in here. Just let me fucking sleep a minute. No. I let you do that, then I gotta let Pokey Joe over there do the same. Go on. Alright, just give me another drink. Throwing a coin on the table. Alright. But it's not too much longer before the standard crowd comes in. It's your regular group of sailors, both foreign and domestic. Your your stevedores, your other dockyard workers. Excuse me. And you settle in for the evening. What time do you leave? Unless you've got a plan here. You've got something you're doing here. No plan, just come in here, tell everybody, hey, we blew up a building.
Well, no, he just told her and anyone who was eavesdropping. Otherwise, he's just been drinking and just kind of smiling to himself like a big oaf. He probably leaves around 9 or 10.
Okay, 9 or 10. I guess you got a nice buzz going on. That's about 4 hours worth of drinking, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Even with cheap ale, you know, it's... I'm going to guess you probably had 6 pints over 4 hours. So there's a nice buzz setting in, maybe a little bit of motion, little bit of wave in the concrete, the flagstone. As you step out of the sunken sloop, you know there's an alleyway between the sloop and the next building over. Oh, nice. Your thing went all mosaic.
Mosaic?
At least for me. Your picture.
And I changed it.
Into a mosaic?
No.
Weird. Anyways, but you know there's an alleyway between the sloop and the next building over, and stepping outside, you hear the muffled sounds of some sort of scuffle.
He totally goes and rushes over there.
Mm-hmm. Rush around the corner into the alleyway, and it almost looks like, well, you turn the corner only to have somebody shoulder check you out of the way. They're running.
I'm going to assume the best and think it's someone getting away from something dangerous. So what's in the alleyway?
Okay. You see there's one, and then there's another guy running towards you, just about to do what looks like the same thing. He's crazy, man!
Is there someone behind him?
You think there are a couple of people behind, not chasing him, but you think there are some people left in the alleyway.
I'll grab onto his shoulders and just like, what's going on?
He's crazy, man. He's gonna kill him. I gotta get out of here. Let me go.
I let him go and I rush in there, hero to save the day.
You see 2 figures. A guy on the ground trying to defend himself with his arms. And the man looming over him, Eli Stonefruit, in officer's dress and all.
There's almost like a classic cartoon
wailing
halt
on him. Go ahead.
Almost
a cartoon moment.
Like cartoon hall where like I slide to a stop and the earth beneath my feet mounds up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Elemental.
But then I'm like, I realize I probably should try to stop him from killing this dude.
Oh, Eli's not stopping. No. I mean, not right now, no.
Yeah, so like I'll try to hold his arms, but he's probably. You said he's got like super strength.
Yeah, you've tried to do this once before when you were kids, and nope, that arm ain't stopping. But
So,
he does notice your touch and
Okay.
pauses. It pauses.
Like, Eli, what's going on? Why are you gonna kill this guy?
And as you say that, there's a his fist on the other side, darts towards you and stopping just before your face. What? I've got this. What are you doing here?
What do you got? Murdering some guy with your fists again?
Murdering some guy. This guy decided to try and take my shit and run. He's lucky he's getting out of here with all his fucking teeth.
I looked down at the ground where there's very, very clearly teeth on the ground.
Oh, very clearly. And this guy, oh god, he can't even see out of one eye anymore. The bruises have already turned purple on this side of his face. He's just, he can't even talk. Can't even talk.
I don't think he's getting out of here with his teeth, but you've seen to that. Yeah.
He steps off of this guy. You could tell he realized now he had one foot on this guy's stomach. Kicks him in the side. Go on, get the fuck out of here. This guy tries to get up and is only able to do so by leaning against the wall as he slowly limps his way out of the alleyway. You can see this guy, Eli, is smeared with blood. Not his. None of it's ever his. But smeared with blood. His officer's uniform is disheveled. His hair has got flecks of it, and his face as well.
Look, man, if you're gonna go around playing vigilante like this, you can't be
Playing vigilante?
murdering these people.
Playing vigilante?
He's got like a tipsy smile on his face. He's doing it as in like trying to make it more lighthearted than the moment is, because he knows Eli's riled up.
Eli's got a hand on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Vigilante, huh? And you feel those hands go to steel. Vigilante. Is that all you think I fucking am? I get shipped off for 6 fucking months. You know what? You're not worth it. You never have been. Get the fuck out of here, drunk ass.
I'd say I'm hardly drunk. Just a little tipsy. What's wrong with you? You're normally smiling. Let's go get something to drink, and you can.
Why would I want to
Tell me
fucking
about
drink with you, huh?
I mean, we could brawl it out, but I'm gonna lose that fight.
Well, you're smarter than that guy. Fine. You want to fucking drink, whatever. You can tell, whatever it is, this is not the Eli you knew before he left on tour.
Yeah. He's noticed that right away. It's like, we should probably also get those clothes cleaned before, and, I don't know how Navy works, but I don't think they're going to care much for that. Gesturing to the blood everywhere.
It's fine. I'll get it cleaned later. All right. What time is it? He looks. Looks at his watch. By the way, Junie, yes, you do have a watch. Yes. Looks at his shit. Look, I just told my old man I'd be home for dinner, and I'm already 2 hours late. You want a drink, we'll get a drink another time. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, it's pretty fine. Once again, looking at the clothes, Do you want to like change clothes first before you go see him? You know how he gets.
That's where I stay. He does. What's the old man gonna do? Scold me again for getting into fights when we were kids?
I mean, you're old enough to get a beating, so yeah, you have fun with that. Huh?
Sounds like a plan. I'll see you later, okay?
Have a good night. I'd say stay safe, but not much is gonna hurt you.
Oh, I'll stay safe, all right. As he walks back, you guys have probably walked during this time to the end of the alleyway, and he's decided he goes one way. I'm assuming, 9 or 10 o'clock. Where are you headed?
He's struck by a bus.
Bus Chad!
No, I think you mean the bus is struck by him. The bus hits him and he just stands there. Anyway. Where are you headed? Find somewhere to bed down for the night, or gonna go do more partying?
Yeah, I'd probably find somewhere to bed down for the night.
Okay.
It's the journal is mostly rushed off, and then it came back, and now it's rushing off again, and it's finally realizing, like, oh, I'm more exhausted than I normally am.
Now, I would I will remind you, you do remember the location of where one annoying younger brother decided to set up a little meet where he's going to be staying the night. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll head there.
Yeah, head there to give him a...
He's gonna need a pat on his back when the girl isn't there and he's crying and drinking in the downstairs tavern.
Shit. Evil. Okay. I just realized it might be a good idea if I bring everybody up. Damn it. That was the wrong thing. Maps. The detail.
Oh yeah, I was moving through the maps.
Toggle navigation. There we go. If I activate this map, if everybody who... Yeah, go ahead and drag out your token and stick it somewhere. I know for a fact Junie is probably... not Junie. Sly is probably going to be on Angel Island somewhere.
It won't actually let me do
It won't
that.
let you click
Know
and
how
drag?
to do that.
You should just be able to click, drag, and then drop.
I can click, but I don't get the.
Oh, maybe it's because
there's
it's
the
paused.
characters.
Could you unpause it? Maybe. That could be
Maybe
what's...
I've just gone ahead and thrown you guys out there.
Sick.
So,
oh yeah, it's
and
also
then
not
you
a
guys can
token.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
Let's see here.
Hmm.
I'm gonna set this to.
Hey, do I live here? Boop. Is that where I live? Oh, look, it's taking forever.
That is
That's
the warehouse.
manufactory.
That was a crazy
Yeah.
swim you just
That's
took.
Which
that's
one is- I know.
Ravencroft's spot.
Which house is
We didn't
mine?
pick a location for you.
thought
So,
we
which
did. It was
district
gonna
do
be
you
a-
want? Which district do you want your empty warehouse to be, or your warehouse
Oh.
to be?
I would like it to be, oh shit, you're... all the good shit.
So the best places to find a warehouse would be probably one of 3 districts, maybe 4. Ravencroft Quarter, Raven Quarter.
Right.
It's a it's a literal warehouse district, and there's a lot of stuff missing.
Right.
The moorings, there's going to be abandoned warehouses there, or things that can get bought for you. Angel Island or Memorial Park would be my best guesses.
There's Memorial Park.
That's the sketchy part of town where you guys were.
Oh,
It's up here. Yeah.
okay. I know. Near the date lofts.
They are in
The sketchy
Memorial Park.
ones.
I like that.
I love it.
Well, the Date
I
Loft estate is there. I think the actual manufactory is down in Raven Quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'd like to live in Raven Quarter, preferably like on a beach-ish.
Okay.
Beach
So
adjacent.
probably somewhere on the breezeway then.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. How about I just go ahead and make this? Well, can you let me do the thing there? Let me just shrink this. That one right there.
Okay. Cool. I'm at home. I went home. I'm over
Okay.
here. I'm at home.
Because it'll help me figure out. Let's see, and then Aaron, you were going. Let's see. I think I am going to switch. What's that?
I was going to Din Din with Hercules.
That's going to be over in the moorings. That is where John has his home. Yeah.
He'll always be Hercules to me.
Say you knock on the door about 7 o'clock.
What do you mean, Hercules?
God. You knock on the door, have him. I don't have a photo for Grelka right now. I will get
No, I was just like description wise.
because I made that. Oh, okay. I like. Anyway. But, yeah, you knock on the door at, say, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's just a moment when the door opens, and there stands John Stonefruit towering over you. Ah! Hey, glad you took me up on the offer. Come in, come in.
I'm not exactly in the position where I can turn down free food as he steps in.
Well, if you're feeding your pet goat whiskers, I mean, I suppose I know what you mean.
It did ask for it. And he's less of a pet, more of a non-consensual friend.
That's the roughest thing I've ever heard.
Are you sure you want to use? Are you absolutely certain you want to phrase it that way?
It sounds just witchy and suspicious enough, yeah.
No, it sound. Okay, yeah.
Listen, you're the ones who are making it weird. Fuck you.
Generally, the
I'm not weird. You're weird.
Leave him and his leave them and their non-consensual friend alone.
I'm just saying, witches don't get to pick their familiars. Fine, I'll think of something.
Okay, no.
Less
I like
sketchy.
that. No. It's fine. It doesn't bother me.
That's perfect.
He goes, right. Well, dinner's this way, he says, turning to head deeper into the house. This building is built it's built log cabin style. It's got living room off to the left, the master bedroom off to the right, just down the hall. Towards the back of the house, there is a couple of guest bedrooms, and then the kitchen / dining room. That's kind of separated by a bit of an island. He's like, please sit down. It's a large oak table that was probably made to seat, you're thinking probably a dozen? There are places for 3 spots. Places have been set for 3. And he's like, well, Eli should be home soon. He's going to be joining us for dinner, so just dig in, I guess. I'm going to go grab some drinks from the kitchen. Be right back. And there is, in a cast iron Dutch oven, roast. Roast beef with carrots and potatoes and
Nice.
brown gravy. Now
Nice.
I really want roast beef. But anyways,
They even ate the roast feast or whatever the
roast beast.
roast beast.
Yes. You settle in, and he comes in just a minute later with a bottle of wine. Turns it over and says, let's see. Managed. This fell off of a crate going onto a ship outbound. It'll be our little secret, he says with a smile, with a twinkle.
And crimes are getting easy. I didn't even have to investigate that one.
He's like, you caught me. No, but seriously, this is something I've had in the cellar for a while. We'll see if it's any good.
Yeah. I'm not particular for alcohol, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Smiling.
If you'd rather have something else, I can go grab water, tea, something like that.
I'm not picky, is what I mean.
Ah, gotcha. Misunderstanding on my part. But he sits down and goes, well, come on. Roast is right there. He grabs himself. Yeah, go ahead.
Makes himself a hearty plate.
The stuff smells divine.
Mm.
It is. Yeah.
He's going to make a plate like a farm kid makes. I'm going to eat for like 2 people.
How often do you actually get a hot meal?
Not this good, and probably since coming to Seafoam Bay, and it might even be something mentioned like, ever since I left the farm, I've never had something this nice.
Oh, farm kid, huh? I was just about to ask. As he pops the cork on the wine. And pours a couple of Go ahead.
How long did we say Aaron had been traveling to get here, and he's been here for like a month or 2?
He was traveling for over a year, if I remember correct.
Yeah. You know how it is trying to get anywhere on foot. It was probably a year. What did we call the place he came from? I know it's like around Zion. If we were looking at a real world map, he's basically from Nevada.
Is it in our conversation? If not, I don't remember.
We'll think of something. I know he's from like the area that would be like Zion National Park.
Right. And he goes, oh, I actually haven't heard of the place. Tell me, it's in, over in the Zion, Zion Forest, huh? Or is it not even a forest? I think it's a, I've got a fucking map
It's
right
a
here.
mountain.
I should probably look. It's a
Mountainous region.
Over in Zion, huh? Tell me, what brings you all the way from a little town like that to big old Seafoam Bay?
I would rather not say why I left, but it has to do with the same reason why I'm here.
That's ominous. He says politely, ladling himself out a portion.
Would I keep the thing I keep in my hat if I was not an ominous person?
Fair enough. That one's on me, I suppose.
I don't fully understand it either.
You see that he's poured out glasses of wine for 3 people. But there's one in front of you, one in front of him, and then there's the empty spot.
For good old Mr. Beats people.
Sir Beats a lot?
I mean, if he's always losing to Alex, he probably has to, so yeah.
It's an even match.
What's funny is you don't
steal
even
the
beat him with
women.
strength, you beat him with healthy coping mechanisms.
Yeah.
Cope! Bro, he's coping!
But, no, so he, excuse me. Whew. Yeah, he probably eats in silence for a moment. He, seems like he's trying to figure out how to ask.
And for his part, Aaron is not making it easy. Aaron is not offering up a lot of information.
No. But he's... So, why you're here? Is Daniel asleep?
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard snoring coming from your mic.
No, we can't. We can hear the occasional Darth Vader breathing, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. It's just like, oh, I'm putting people to sleep.
No, I was like, wait, what?
Now you know how I felt sometimes when my games ran. Like that one time, Computer King fell asleep, and I was like, "I'm never gonna live that down." I'm the DM that put Computer King to sleep.
God. Okay. So, finally, I'm gonna guess a full half an hour goes by before he goes. So that your non-consensual friend under your hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see how that sounds?
I take the hat off to show you, but most people think he's terrifying.
Well, I saw a little bit of him earlier today, yeah. Is he part of the reason you're here in town?
Yeah. He and the footprints.
I'm sorry?
So, this is gonna sound crazy looking at this person with a completely Vanta black eye. Like, no light escapes from. He's like, ever since I was little, I could see these muddy footprints that no one else can, and they lead me to things, and then I get this feeling that I'm supposed to do things, and all those feelings got stronger ever since the thing in my hat showed up.
Right. Right.
I don't really
Tell
have
me.
all the language for it, but yeah.
So this has been going on for as long as you can remember?
Yeah. It was always just me and my dad, and that was it. And then the footprints started showing up.
Just you and your...
Nope, I never met my mom.
That's all right. It's perfectly normal. He says. You suddenly realize this is a very, very big table for the number of people here.
And Aaron is resisting every urge. She's like, "So where's your son?" Because that comes off a bit harsher than he means. Being like, "So your deadbeat son's not here."
Deadbeat son. Ooh. Yeah. But
Dude, now
He
I just want
goes-
to go to Zion. This is so pretty.
John basically says, so yeah, about your father. So farmers, huh? Okay, yeah. And you what kind of crop do you farm up there? Just trying to find a way to just break the uneasy tension.
Corn, squash, tomatoes, peaches, pears, whatever will grow and whatever we can eat. You know, we didn't sell our crops or anything. It was subsistence farming, I think you call it.
Right. Okay, I need you to roll me a D10.
You take 8 psychic damage.
No.
No, it's just... or my classic that I use with Brian, and when we go back I will continue to use because I'll be right one day, is going, 8 Dracoliches appear.
Let's see, 8. Don't know how to tell you this, but this avoidant questioning kind of... He's not trying to be rude, he's just trying to find common ground to talk to you with. But then you
he's not
throw
being
in shit
avoidant
like
about
the
it.
footprints. That just kind of
That's
throws
fair.
him off. I
And
think
it's how does a
Yeah.
witch describe they're a witch when they literally don't understand the concept of witches?
right. So eventually he says, an hour of this kind of questioning goes past before he's just like, well, I should probably put this up before it starts to go bad, right? He says, looking at the.
Do I have any magic for that?
I don't know.
No,
Do
I
you?
don't think I do.
Okay.
I could give it the evil eye.
Ah, yes, this food was so good, I must stare at it.
No, that would. I mean, it makes things sicken, so I imagine that would just make the food go bad.
But
No, I don't have any fire magic or anything like that
that's
yet.
fine. But no, he starts to put dishes away. Yes, he takes your plate. He takes his. Have you touched the
guess.
wine at all?
Oh yeah, he drank his wine. He didn't like chug a lug it, but he nursed it throughout the meal in a savoring manner.
Yeah, a very dry red wine. Pairs well with beef. And yeah, as he's cleaning the table, you hear the door open and slam. As
The hat almost kind of lifts up as his hair, like, and John would see it too. His hair itself kind of moves to catch the hat and hold it down.
God. John glances over at the doorway just for a moment, but then goes back to the kitchen. Yeah, goes back to the kitchen and starts cleaning dishes.
And Orin is peeking at the door like a little
Heavy-
scamp.
Heavy footsteps, and around the corner of the doorway comes none other than Eli Stonefruit.
Well, hello,
This-
stranger.
This big mountain of a man looks like a carbon copy of, John, just younger.
Pissier.
Who the Dad, who's this?
I'm just a
Oh.
local vagrant.
Nice of you to finally join us, son. Don't give me that. What the fuck's he doing here? You're not going
Damn.
to talk like that about... You're not going to talk that way. You're not going to talk that way to our guest. You know, you should sit before what's left of the cold roast beef goes bad.
Can I do like a perception check to see if there's a reason why he's being such a pissy bitch?
Yeah, he's covered in blood.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
I must perceive the blood.
Watch you
I
roll a
don't
natural
need it.
one.
I must perceive the
Blood looks normal to you, so it's just like, eh.
Right.
21.
21?
You perceive blood.
Let's see. Yeah, no, you can see that he is spattered with the dried remains of blood that he's attempted to wipe off of his face and clothes.
As a seasoned criminal investigator, it's clearly not his.
No.
You beat someone pretty badly.
Turns to look. I don't know what you're talking about.
the
Dad, why
blood's
is he
back.
here?
Just as the dad and son are talking, he's in the background explaining blood spatter analysis.
Son, he is my guest in my home. Please respect that. It's what? So, let me guess. He's going to be staying the night in my room then? Is that what it is? Son, I haven't decided any of that. Anything just yet. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. He's probably already moved his shit in, right?
I don't
Son,
have anything
hold on.
to move.
Hey, light sky, blue moon.
What?
Look at the Diamond District. They've got some good business names, too.
Amy has an alcoholic beverage and was showing it off.
Yes.
An
I'm
adult
calling the
privilege.
It's
I'm calling the Coast
rumor.
Guard.
Why? You could call the Coast Guard. I bet they'd come over and drink with me.
There's nothing else to do in the Coast Guard.
Except for that one time yesterday.
That one, except for the incident.
Well, they didn't ram the Baltimore Bridge.
I think
That's
that
wild.
Blue Water is outside of the Coast Guard's jurisdiction.
Maybe. I don't know. So-
I don't know. But anyway. No.
We have bridge
Yeah,
tunnels.
but he's
here.
like, I bet he's gonna
Didn't
move his
know.
fucking shit in. It's I don't have anything to move. Thank you.
All right, hold on. Just everybody stop for just a second. Son, I'm great to have you. It's great to have you home. Is there anything I can do for you? You look to be in. You look like you might want a fresh change of clothes. Oh, okay. So now we're just going to talk about that. Where was that? I don't know. Noon today when, I don't know. I just got home from a fucking deployment and a fucking tour and decided, I don't know. It's not like there was a. Where were you? Son, I'm sorry. I told you there was no way I was going to be able to get off work. Right.
Aaron
Okay.
is so fucking uncomfortable right now.
Right.
Aaron is just sitting there so uncomfortable.
I told you we'd celebrate. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, now you're sorry. You're always just sorry. It never fucking changes with you.
Gonna
Please
go.
don't use. John just goes, hold on just one second. Eli. And he turns to you, Aaron. Aaron, you don't have anywhere to sleep tonight, correct?
I mean, I have places I could find, and with the thing in
I
my
have
head,
3.
people leave me alone.
I have 3 guest bedrooms. Please choose one.
He's like, I'm gonna do that now so you two can situate this father-son dilemma.
Great. All right. So now you're just gonna let complete strangers into our fucking house.
I'm not a complete
It's not bad
stranger.
enough I had to.
I'm a private investigator.
You?
With a
Yes.
terrifying
Okay, that's
monster under my
even more
hat.
pathetic than fucking Alex Cooper. Okay.
Hey,
Wow.
what do you have against Alex? Actually, reaches into his pocket, pulls out his little detective journal, and is like, what if I ask you a few questions?
Oh, okay. So now the child is gonna play detective.
I'm 27.
You're 27?
Yeah,
Dad, what the fuck is wrong with you? You brought this thing into our house? Son? No.
saying thing, the red vertical pupil does show up in the black eye for a moment.
Mhm.
There's that, like, when someone curls their hand a little too tight, and you can see that you can tell their nails have
You're doing the
broken-
Arthur fist.
broken
The Arthur
their
fist.
the Arthur fist. Yeah, but it's where you've clenched your hand so tightly your nails have broken the skin on the inside of your palm.
I've done that a few times this week.
So it's one of those trying to not show anyone he's bleeding now.
Right. Eli, that's enough.
I think his mom's
You
a
answer his
bloodhead.
questions, and then you get the hell out of my house. Fine. What do you want to know? You want to know about Alex Cooper? What?
I was recently performing an investigation for the Anchor alongside the Cooper brothers, and I just wanted to know, what you knew about them so that I know the kind of people I'm working with.
You were investigating something with those 2 idiots? Okay,
Only
don't
one of-
get me wrong. Alex has got a decent head on his shoulders. Sly, useless. Completely useless.
Only mostly.
No, completely useless. I've never seen him do anything correctly, even when shown how to do it.
That's not fair. And he actually does like go to bat for Sly of all people. It's like Sly may be a pervert. Sly may be stupid. Sly may be. Sly might probably die alone if he doesn't change his attitude. What was I saying? Oh right.
Why do we lead off with that one, guys?
Wherever
My
Sly
camera
is, he
already
is
makes me
died.
look fucking red.
And then it's like, where was I? Yes. He may be all of those things, and then some other things that I think that I can't say in polite company, even though you are not very polite, young sir. But he is good with a gun, and he also knows how to kick some serious ass.
Serious. Wait a second. What exactly were you investigating today?
Oh no! Oh no!
There was a rash of people going and taking protection money from people all across the what district was it? Was the all
That
across
happens
Memorial
every-
Park.
That happens every fucking day. Why were you investigating this time?
We were investigating the Anchor as well as a few other places where a group of what are they? I'm sorry, you're gonna have to forgive me. What's the name of the gang that they were a part of but they broke off of?
A splinter of the street sweepers.
Yeah, a splinter of the street sweepers was up to no good. And being a morally upstanding citizen with a funny thing that lives under his hat, I had to investigate.
Are you telling me... Alright, now it's my turn to ask the questions. There was a fire today.
The fire was started by them.
Oh, so you were there!
I never said that. I heard it through the grapevine. What's it to you?
Right.
Does the LOA Noir thing of, how are you gonna prove that?
Well, they found some bodies in the fire, or what was left of it.
Hey,
Good
deception
with the gun,
exists.
right?
Deception does exist.
You said he was good with a gun, right?
Yeah, I saw him over at Carnival Island. He was playing one of the gun games.
Well, that's funny because I don't think that's what you were talking about. And I also happen to know that some of those bodies didn't die in the fire. Yeah, they decided to bring in the Navy with this. Why? Because we haven't had something big like this happen in quite a while. So, explain to me.
I'm gonna hero point that.
There were in fact bullet holes.
That is much better. As he goes, just because one person used a gun, you suddenly think that every crime involving guns involves them? I think that you're just... I think that you're,
What? Because
that you're-
everybody investigates shit around town? Oh, sorry. You did do a deception.
Yeah, it's one
okay,
of those.
sorry.
I
yeah.
think that... What I think it is you're letting your emotions concerning the Cooper brothers harm your investigatory skills.
Correct. Actually, finesse. And
Dad, I'm going to bed. And he, without another word, turns and heads to his room. And John goes, I told you to get slam out.
As soon as he's gone, there's a...
I'm sorry you had to see that. I fucked up today. My Eli had an award ceremony, and I couldn't make it.
Trying to, how do I say it's okay without putting any value judgment, because Aaron does not want to say he didn't fuck up because he did fuck up, but wants to be comforting.
Right.
It's alright. It's alright. Things like that happen.
No, when he came... The Eli I knew before he left Harbor would have understood. Or at the very least, would have decided to talk with me about it instead of behaving like this.
I'm sure it doesn't help having a, What did he call Orin exactly? Was it those people, or was it,
That thing.
That thing. I'm sure having such a thing in the house made it
Don't
difficult.
ever let him get under your skin. You're not a thing. Neither of you.
I never knew my mother, but one thing Father said is I did get her temper.
You know what? I've told Eli that exact thing before, too. Had he taken the time to at least get to know you, maybe things wouldn't be like this. Sorry. I'll clean up. Please, there's more than enough room in this house for another person.
I'll be entirely honest with you. Considering his line of questioning, I think it'd be better if I'd not stay here for the night.
I completely understand.
Basically fessing up in a without saying it way that Yara was there and involved.
Just understand, Eli's not going to tell anybody anything. You know why that makes him angry? Because for too long, people have sat here in the bay and watched that kind of thing happen day in and day out and nothing being done. He's not angry about how it happened or what happened even. He's just angry because he wasn't the one to do it. And even more angry to find out that Alex was the one who did.
So Alex and him have something of a rivalry, you could say.
Oh,
Cherno comes back out.
Right. Oh, they've been rivals since they were kids. I mean,
They lose.
you've heard the joke about kids at church. You know, the one to pick up more chairs at a time.
The best helper at school, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, let's just say Eli always made sure Alex knew just how many chairs he could carry.
Unsurprising. He did see the braggadocious sort, at least when it came to his own capabilities.
And it's not unfounded. The reason they took him into the... Go ahead.
If I might be so forward, though, Eli doesn't have the same magical capabilities as someone who can make staircases out of stones.
No, but Eli has been known to help out in the shipbuilding yards, holding masts in place by himself while they fast.
But that's not something so flashy, and I'm sure that a wall of literal stone can cast a pretty long shadow to live under. I gotta put my noir quotes in here somewhere. I'm the
Right.
fucking gumshoe detective.
No, you're absolutely right. He's been jealous, even though, if I'm honest, all he would have to do is take his eyes off of Alex for one moment to realize just how many people were watching him. Tell you what.
But how easy
We
is
can-
it to lose the forest for the trees?
You're not wrong. Tell you what. If you stay the night, come morning I can answer any other questions you have. Not trying to keep you to stay. Not trying to make you stay. If not, that's fine. Just come find me in the yard, and when I have a free moment, I will.
You've done good by me, Mr. Stonefruit. I think I'll stay the night.
And mark my words, Eli is not going to do a thing.
Perhaps I was a bit too... Kind of waves the hand that does now have 4 cut marks into it. He's like, maybe I was a bit too blunt myself.
Eli is the world's only sentient hammer I've ever met. Don't take it upon yourself to try not to look like a nail.
Oh, I certainly am glad I look like less of a nail than whoever he ran into before he got here.
That's what concerns me. He's gotten into scuffles before, but he's never come home bloody.
He said that he had some sort of military deployment. Has he considered joining the Guard?
Well, he's already a part of the King's Navy. I don't know how much sharing they do across. Maybe if he really wanted to, he could transfer over to the King's Marines, do a little bit of time on Angel Island.
I know a few people on Angel Island. I could see if they could push some papers, get some favors.
We'll see. I'd appreciate that. Maybe keeping him closer to home this time might do him some good.
And if worse comes to worse, he could always consider the private sector. You know, I heard the Datelofts are hiring.
Really? That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. You have a good night.
If you need anything, any help cleaning up, or... Well, I'm here. And so is Rankle. He's surprisingly good at dishes. Mostly because he eats them.
I'll be just fine. I'd like to keep this china intact. Thank you.
There's a small under the hat at the thought of not getting to eat fine china.
Oh, too bad. But I think with that, we're going to cut over Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Junie.
Hello.
Hey, Junie.
Hello.
6 o'clock. You got paid. Where'd you go?
I went home for a
You
minute.
went home
Yeah.
for a minute, huh?
Yeah. Felt right.
Well-
felt right.
I was gonna say you get a ferry and it goes. It goes from the Carnival District to Raven Quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Get home, unlock the door,
Here's the
step
thing, there's no door.
inside. Oh, there's no door. Okay.
There's two garage doors.
Okay.
One that opens to the street and one that opens to the dock. So when they
Okay.
open up, it's kind of like you could basically drive
Breezy.
off the street onto the dock and float away if you wanted to. So yeah, just the fucking beep. Garage door opens. Can I have an automatic garage door opener?
Jesus. Yes, you have an automatic garage
Can
door
I have
opener.
two?
Who are you gonna give the other one to?
No, I want
Yes.
one for the front door and one for the back door.
That's fine. And then you always mix up which one is which.
Yes.
Do you know who else has an automatic garage door opener?
My mom.
My wife.
My
No.
wife. No, this is Junie. Junie's not married. Junie thinks that's dumb.
Yet.
Maybe. I don't know. I just might not. I don't know. I'm
She
still
just
trying
needs
to
a
figure
house
out who she
husband.
is. Oh. She is not interested in sharing her space with anybody. She's like, no, thank you.
Yeah, you kick them out and it's like you do the rich people thing. You have a servant's quarters, and that's just that's the man cave where the house husband lives.
Right.
But you
Well-
step inside.
Yeah.
What does this
It-
look like on the interior?
So it's like 2 stories.
Mhm.
The first floor, it's fairly large. It's fairly open concept. There's a bedroom upstairs that it's still open. It's like a loft, right? Downstairs there's a couple of dingy couches that are surprisingly comfortable. But not perfect. There's a coffee table in between these couple of couches that probably has shit all over it. Who cares? There's the equivalent of a small kitchenette area that is rarely ever used. Maybe just to get like water. Maybe there's alcohol in the. Do we have fridges here? Icebox? Whatever.
Yeah. No, there's refrigeration.
Okay.
So
yeah.
okay.
She absolutely lives there, but she doesn't eat there very often. Like, it's not her
No, I
thing.
got you.
Yeah. And there's also like rooms that are off, I think maybe, that are closed off. In those rooms are very much locked down. So if anybody were to come over, they're not gonna walk into those rooms. There's a bathroom as well that's not locked down or whatever. But it's so fucking, I don't know. Do you ever see Tron Legacy?
Mhm.
That's where she lives.
Fuck yeah. I
Okay.
love Tron
That's-
Legacy.
Right. She absolutely. When I thought of her and when I thought of this location, I was like, she 100% lives where this guy lives, like on the fucking dock. I would live there. Fuck yes. So yeah, it's just very fucking. It's homey. It's hers. It's great. She loves it, and she's also got her stash there. The shit that she steals on the regular. Yeah, and that's just kind of like
Okay.
tucked away. She doesn't invite a lot of people over, but she's also very mindful about where her stuff is because of how very obviously open everything can be at any given time.
And what's the second floor look like as you head up to the second floor, I'm assuming?
The second floor is more lofty. There's a bedroom. There's not really any doors or anything like that. There might be like a small bathroom that is secluded. The kitchenette's downstairs.
Oh, okay. Oh, you've
Yeah.
left the kitchen downstairs. Okay.
Yeah. The upstairs is just kind of a lofty bedroom. There's a big fluffy bed that's soft and wonderful and it makes her heart happy. That she doesn't really share with anybody because she doesn't feel like she has to, and when she does, it's none of your goddamn business what's going on.
There
So,
you go.
because Junie keeps to her fucking self. And yeah, it's just there's windows, but they're the kind of windows that I think the upstairs would probably be more inclined to have open windows, but the downstairs there are windows, but it's covered with that thin like coroplast material. It's not coroplast, but it looks like siding, so it looks like there
Sure.
are no windows on the outside of the building, but on the inside it still lets light in.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's yeah, she's just her little fucking slice of heaven that she's happy with, and she's probably just like she came home long enough to throw all her shit down, sit down on the couch, grab a fucking beer, throw her legs up on the coffee table, and she's just like, "Am I getting too old for this shit?" Like it's just.
She's
She's
what?
21, by the way. She's
Yeah, I
a
was gonna
child.
say. Yeah.
She's a fucking child.
Hey, that was only 5 years ago. Anyway.
Right. I don't want to talk about it for me. I have children that think I am 612 on purpose because I refuse to just tell them how old I am. I figure if I go as old as possible, they'll never actually guess, and that's the best. Makes my heart happy.
There you go. But
And my kid absolutely follows along. He's like, "Yeah, she's like 606, Mom. Is that how old you are?" And I'm just like, "What? I love you." So, yeah, that bad.
no, you're 666. There you go.
That's it. That's the one.